Since launching her presidential bid in January, Elizabeth Warren has spent a lot of time traversing Iowa. The ground game appears to be paying off, with the Massachusetts senator surging to the top of the 2020 field and drawing the largest crowd at the Iowa State Fair over the weekend. "I think people understand that this government is working great for the wealthy and well-connected, and just not working for the rest of America," Warren told the Des Moines Register, Saturday after her impressive turn on the soapbox, where the majority of 2020 hopefuls, close to 24 Democrats and 1 Republican, Bill Weld, made their pitch directly to Iowa voters. "They know in 2020, we've got a chance to turn that around." Where Joe Biden, the current Democratic frontrunner, stumbled several times over the course of the weekend, Warren and Kamala Harris both turned in strong performances. On Sunday, Biden's campaign said he misspoke when he said poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids, an attempt at a cleanup after the comment went viral. On Saturday, the former VP also implied he was in office during the 2018 Parkland shooting, saying that survivors came up to see me when I was vice president. He was not in office at the time. Biden still retains his lead in early polls in the state, including in the fair's unscientific Cast Your Kernel poll, in which fairgoers drop a corn kernel into a mason jar bearing the face of their preferred candidate. But Warren and Harris's footsteps seem to be growing louder behind him. Warren outdrew the former vice president at the soapbox and electrified the thousands who gathered to watch her speak with her calls for a wealth tax. "Is it more important to leave the 2 cents for the bazillionaires?" she asked on the makeshift stage Saturday. "Or use that 2 cents to invest in all of our kids? 2 cents, 2 cents. The crowd chanted. Harris, too, drew big at the fair. After initially directing her efforts at other early primary states, such as South Carolina, the California senator has begun to aggressively target Iowa. By the New York Times tally, by the end of her 5-day bus tour across the state, she'll have made more stops in Iowa than in the entire first half of 2019. She now sits a third, behind Biden and Warren, in some polls. "I'm going to keep on working to get up," she told NPR after her appearance at the state fair, part of the multi-stop trip. "Just keep working up that list." Like a poll cast with corn kernels, the Iowa State Fair is a flawed barometer of candidates' relative success. While Biden's slips of the tongue attracted headlines and taunts from Donald Trump, of all people, that he's not mentally fit, the former VP has so far shown himself to be politically durable after months of gaffes and attacks by his opponents, including Harris. But the strong showings by Warren and Harris at the fair do send a message that the primary is far from settled. With their name recognition and experience in national races, Biden and Bernie Sanders were immediate frontrunners upon entering the fray. Slowly but steadily, their opponents have gained ground. More great stories from Vanity Fair. Why some Republican insiders fear Kamala Harris the most. No one is safe. How Saudi Arabia makes dissidents disappear. What the surfer mom influencers of Byron Bay reveal about our world. The horrors of Jeffrey Epstein's private island. Our September cover story. How Kristen Stewart keeps cool. Looking for more? Sign up for our daily Hive newsletter and never miss a story. Let's block ads. Why?